Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TPS TV. I'm your host, Daniel, and yeah, this week we took a week off. Hope you guys had an awesome holiday. 4th of July, Stranger Things, all kinds of shit. This guy was on vacation for an entire week, so you know, loving that. And but yeah, right. When did we watch that? I think it was last week. We actually watched Midsommar, and I thought, you know what? What we're going to be doing on this show right here, let's talk about Midsommar. Midsommar, movie directed by, is it Ari? Like it matters? Astor? The guy who directed Hereditary. He's back with his sophomore effort, Midsommar, about a group of guys who are heading over. The initial plan is to head over backpack through Europe to one of the guys is like writing like his thesis paper on overall just like different cultures and their beliefs and stuff like that. And one of the guys in the group, he comes from this like pagan commune. That's the word I'm looking for. Commune. Come from this little commune. But while this is kind of taking shape, we are introduced to our main character, this young woman who she's dating one of the guys, and this woman has suffered, like, life's taken a big shit on her. Like, her life has just really dealt it to her. Her young sister and her parents are all dead, murder, fucking suicide. You know how it goes. And anyway, it's a horrible tragedy. But she's in a relationship with this guy, and of course you can just tell, like, neither of them are really that happy. Like, maybe she's okay with this guy, but clearly he doesn't care that much for her. But he's also kind of like, whatever. But then this happens, and he's kind of stuck there. It's very Seinfeld. There's an episode of Seinfeld where, like, Elaine's trying to break up with this one guy, and then he ends up getting this, like, horrible accident, and then everybody's like, you can't dump him now, like, he's in an accident. And she's like, fuck, like, I'm stuck. That's kind of what this is like. Like, literally, he wants to know, like, hold on, it's like, they should really, I mean, I'm not taking sides either way, whatever, but it's just like, if you're not happy, split up. And then, like, it just escalates, like, well, I'm going to invite her, even though she definitely won't go. And it's like, well, why wouldn't she go? But then at the same time, it's like, why did she go? Like, I mean, I guess she needs to be around people, and clearly her whole family's dead, so I don't know. So anyway, that's the whole thing. You get 4 friends and the tag-along girlfriend going along. And how they get to this little bitty commune, and things are not quite like they appear. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to do this spoiler-free until the very end, and I'll let you guys know my overall thoughts, and then I'm going to tackle a couple things that are spoilers, I guess, so I'll let you know ahead of time. But as of right now, spoiler free. I like this movie. It had a lot of hype for 2 reasons. One, I love Hereditary. I thought that movie was fucking brilliant. Like, it really was my favorite movie of the year. Like, horror or otherwise, just my #1 movie of 2018. So I was just like, I couldn't help but, like, set my heights up. The hype level was insane. And then, like, right before it came out, like, it was getting great reviews, and, like, Jordan Peele was like, this is the greatest movie ever, and it's going to be a movie people don't talk about for generations to come. So, like, shit, Jordan Peele said that? This guy's on a roll, too, so who knows? This is going to be it. So I really did have, like, the hype machine mentally just cranked up to 11. So I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's jump into this thing. So I will say right now, like Hereditary, which Hereditary is a slow burn horror film. This one is a very slow burn too, but my God, like, really slow. I will say overall, I like this movie. Thought the story was really good, everything. I will say at sometimes though, it's like this guy was milking the scenes, and I mean, I get it. I'm not saying he shouldn't. I am all for art horror, but a lot of scenes were just like, son of a bitch, dude, like, trim this up. You don't have to, I mean, I get it. The shot's beautiful. Fuck, though. Like, you can literally trim this down to an hour and a half, and I think you could have got the same movie. I'm just saying, personally. He did kind of stretch it out. I think a big thing, as far as cons go, and I'm gonna come off looking like an asshole here. That's fine. I'll take this one. I'm just speaking for myself. This doesn't reflect the TPS Productions or anybody else here. This is just my opinion. I just didn't like the girl at all. Like, at all. And I don't mean the actress. I think she did a really good job, and her performance was really well done. It was the character just kind of got on my nerves, and it's like, clearly this is a dude's trip out. What are you doing? And, like, I get it. I mean, I get it now. It's where the assholes emerging. Yeah, you just lost your family. That fucking sucks. Do you really think a trip with your friends, who clearly don't like you anyways, is going to make things better? And this is a guy who doesn't like you. Like, clearly doesn't really like you. Why are you tagging along? At all. There's a couple things that are... I'll have to save that. I'll have to save a couple moments of her performances for spoilers, because this is kind of a big spoiler. We'll get to there. But there's a couple scenes where I'm just like, son of a bitch. Like, this chick's really overacting on a couple of scenes. This will be the actress. I thought that the scenes were just kind of ridiculous. So that was that. The other... And then, like I said, it's just kind of like, as the movie's playing out, it's just kind of like... There's a few moments where, like, okay, I have to just kind of talk about one thing. Slight spoiler ahead, I'm sorry. If you want to just go ahead and cut it off here, it's fine. Overall, I like the movie. It's not as good as Hereditary, and it's not as great as everybody said it was. It was still decent, good watch. I'm glad I watched it. I will probably watch it later on down the road. Give it a few years, you know. But yeah, I mean, Wicker Man did better, but you know, still, it's good. There's a scene where, because like the whole time, like, she's like, everybody's realizing this is not right, and of course we're watching a horror film, so you know it's not right. Like, you know you guys are fucked, but whatever. The character, but she's like, you know, everybody's kind of on the same page. Like, this is getting kind of weird, but she's getting like kind of like seduced and kind of brought into this thing. But there's this one scene in particular that really stands out where I'm like, why? And it just seems like there's a scene where she wins this Midsommar Queen dance-off game, and she becomes a new queen. And they're just like, come with us. At the same time, spoiler alert, her boyfriend's banging like some 13-year-old. It makes sense within the context of the movie. Don't judge Ari Aster. Anyways, but he's banging this chick, and there's a whole group of people there, like women, and they're all chanting. But there's no, like, sex noises. It's just chanting. So she's off doing her own thing, and then when she comes back, and they're like, right this way, the queen must go over here now, she's like, what's that noise? And I'm like, why do you fucking care? And it's chanting, but it really it does not pertain to her at all. And she's like, I'm gonna bet, and they even tell her, like, this is not for you, like, this is not the queen's work, you're gonna go over here. And she's like, no, I want to hear this. And I'm like, really? You have no reason to go, or what, there's not even suspicion here. What the fuck? But she goes right over there, sees her boyfriend cheating on her, and that will affect him later on down the road. And I'm just like, it just seems so shoehorned in, like, bitch, go home. I'm just sorry, I'm just saying it. Like, really? Like, I don't know. This is why you don't invite girls on guys' weekend now. I'm just saying. The Hangover would not work if you would have brought a chick along. Ghostbusters didn't work with all-female cast. I'm just saying, these are facts. These are facts I'm throwing out there. Don't bring this girl along. It works for the movie, and once again, I get it, but just from a character standpoint, I'm watching this going like, man, just leave her home. Like, she's in no shit to be traveling anyways. Especially where a place where there's like, there's like nothing but like sunlight forever. Like, she's going to be night deprived for the most part. And they're like doing shrooms. And I'm like, really? Is this really where she needs to go? Are you kidding me right now? But luckily, none of the characters are really that likable. So, like, you don't really feel for them. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an asshole. Like, I didn't care about the main girl at all. Like, even after her tragedy, I was like, sorry. Life sucks for you. You're going to make it out okay. You're fine. Spoiler alert. Everybody else is fucked. But no, but like I said, but that was my main gripe there. What I did like about it was with the slow burn, when shit gets crazy, it really does, like, it amps up. I mean, so it is like after just kind of like long lull and build up. It reminded me a lot like Alien. Even though it takes a lot longer in this movie to get going, but like in Alien, like 45 minutes goes by like nothing, and then bam, chest burster, and just like, holy shit, and it's kind of the same thing here. Like, however, I feel like in this movie, like, nothing really should come as a surprise at all. Like, I feel like everything was pretty well telegraphed ahead of time, and even if you don't know the whys or maybe the exact details, like, it's all pretty much there for you. Good example would be the elders kind of passing over and sacrificing themselves when they hit a certain age. Like, he tells you, that's what happens. Or, even if it's a joking way, if you're in the audience, there's no way you're shocked when this happens. Another thing I really like, this is what Ari Aster did in Hereditary, was he puts a lot of clues, and not even subtly. He just puts them right there in front of you, and he tells you what's happening before it happens. And a good example here is the whole ritual with the young 13-year-old girl. I guess she's 13. I don't know. I just said 13. She's young. However old she is. They just said she just reached her first period. So it's like, this is an underage girl, but she does a ritual to select a mate. And this is all painted on this mural sheet or whatever. And the camera comes right up to it. And once again, this movie does not, no fast edits on this thing. This thing is all long takes, but it comes right up to it, and it literally goes through the story for you. The entire painting. And I'm looking, I'm like, well, yeah, this is going to happen, right? And then sure enough, it does. And it's just like, there you go. And then the guy, when they go to talk, he has to talk to one of the elders pertaining to the whole, him banging a 13-year-old later. He's in a room looking at all these etchings, I should say. Sorry, not sketches, etchings. And there's an etching of a bear on fire, and I'm just like, well, that's going to come into play later. And it does. It does. I won't go into full detail, but it does. So like I said, Ari Aster, how you pronounce it, Double A. We'll call him Double A. Double A likes to, he puts it all out there for you. And I do like that attention to detail that he provides on these things. However, it does not provide any shocks. There was a lot, I wasn't paying attention to that shit last time, and it wasn't until I watched Hereditary again that's oh shit, he did kind of lay a lot of this out here. This time I was ready for it, so right off the bat I'm just huh, and there was no shocks in this thing at all. Not one whatsoever. Everybody got picked off, everybody who died, all that stuff. I'm just kind of huh, yeah, saw it coming. And I think that would be my biggest thing. But once again, that's not the filmmaker. I think that's just more me on a personal level. I was just kind of yeah, I see your tricks coming, buddy. I catch them. No, but still, yeah, I like this movie. I thought it looked good. Loved, the story. It really was like The Wicker Man, though. It's almost like someone just took The Wicker Man. It's we need to remake it and not do that garbage that Nick Cage did. In fact, I have a theory about this. I guess we're going to be in spoiler territory. If you're watching this video, you hopefully you've already seen the movie. If you haven't, please turn it off. Go watch Midsommar. Just be prepared to sit there for 3 hours because it's a long fucking movie. There's a scene where they put somebody in a bear. They hollow out a bear and they put the guy in there for the ritual and they light it ablaze. And I'm just as I'm watching this whole movie, the whole time it gets given off the strongest Wicker Man vibes. And when I say Wicker Man, I mean the original 70s version. And the whole time it's man, this is really what the Wicker Man remake should have been. I still feel that way. I feel like you could have easily had a Wicker Man in this thing at the end. And it could have just been yeah, this is the Wicker Man, and this is the next part of our ritualistic, 21-day festival we do. We throw somebody into the Wicker Man and light it ablaze, and I'll be okay with that. Yeah, boom, perfect Wicker Man remake. And I feel like this movie was almost kind of giving the double bird to the 2006 Wicker Man remake, because everybody knows the ridiculous scene with Nick Cage in a bear outfit running around just slugging motherfuckers out, and I feel like them burning the person alive inside this bear outer covering, this bear skin rug pretty much, was very symbolic and just kind of fuck you, Nick Cage, and your shitty remake. And this is how you do a remake right here, boom. And so this is my theory. Now I could be way off, and who knows, this is, I'm sure this guy has done his research, and there may be some kind of pagan thing that this is actually based off of or branched out from. So I could be completely wrong, but I do like the parallels there of Nick Cage did that abortion of a film, and he was in a bear outfit, and here they do a better film, a way better film, a million times better film, and then they burn the bear at the end. I'm just yeah, that's how I felt about that shitty movie too. So yes, no, overall I really liked it. I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. If you guys have seen it, let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. Hit me up. Let me know what you guys thought of this. I know this is like Hereditary. It's cutting the crowd. Some people really liked it because it was kind of artsy. Some people hated it because it was just too long and dull for some taste. Like I said, I'm kind of in the middle there. I really dug it, but like I said, it was just a character. Like I said, with the first one, I can more identify with the family dealing with the loss, whereas this one, it's just a woman who lost everything, and I just don't care. sorry. Like, in this, 34-year-old Daniel, I want to go hang out with the guys and have fun, not be dragged down by your wet blanket girlfriend who, unfortunately, yeah, she lost some shit, but you don't care about that girl. Why should I? You know what I mean? I don't know. I can say I'm being an asshole and I apologize, but yeah. Anyways, but I liked it. Definitely let me know what you guys thought about it right here. And yeah, guys, tune in next week. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have nothing planned week to week. I just sit down and whatever comes to mind is what I do. So that's all I got. Guys, catch you later.